Welcome to another pick a card class. You guys love these classes, so we decided to do another. As always, we'll start seated so we can center ourselves and look at the screen and decide which card resonates with us the most. So let's just take a moment to feel our seat on the ground. Lengthen up through your spine. Feel the crown of your head reaching towards the sky. Elbows under the shoulders, ears over your shoulders. Space between your teeth. And just open your eyes and look at the cards on the screen right now. And see out of the three cards, card 1, 2, or 3, which one is calling you the most, which one you feel drawn to the most, which one resonates with you the most. You don't need to overthink it. You can always do all three classes. You might feel drawn to 1, 2, or 3. And then you can pick pile 1, 2, or 3 in the show notes or the first comment. And this pick a card class comes from the Urban Crow Oracle and the Earthbound Oracle. Okay, so choose your class and I will see you in class. Hello, pile 1, welcome to your class. For your first pose, you're going to need a wall for this class, and for your first pose, if you don't have a wall, you can use a block. You're going to put your hips right up against the wall and roll your legs up the wall. If you don't have a wall, as I said, you can use a block. Bend your knees, place your feet flat on the floor, place the block underneath your legs, and just let your legs float up like that. So your first card is night. A time for rest, rejuvenation, and restoration. So you can allow yourself to be restored in this legs up the wall pose. Feeling the blood returning to the heart. And from this position, you're going to put your left foot on the wall, cross your right leg over your left, and draw your right leg in. So you're doing figure 4 against the wall, feeling sensation along the outside of the right hip and into the right glutes. And then return both legs, 2 legs up the wall. And we'll do eagle's arms on your forehead here. So your left hand comes under your left and your right hand rests on your forehead. And switch the hand that's underneath. So right comes underneath, left comes on top. Other hand rests on the forehead. And then you can release your arms. Now you'll cross your left ankle over the top of your right thigh. Bend your right foot and place it on the wall so that you're drawing your right knee in towards your chest. You want to feel sensation on the outside of the left thigh and into your left glute. And then one more time, legs at the wall, and just checking in and noticing how you've been transformed already from the beginning of the class. If you're feeling a little more rested and restored, replenished, just like you would be at the end of a night of sleep. And then you can slowly bend your knees and roll to your side and come down from the wall. And we're going to come up onto all fours for our next pose. Your next card is balance, and your quote here is, when we are in balance, we meet external forces with our internal strength. We meet external forces with our internal strength. So from here, we're going to start just by taking your right hand to the front of the mat, your left hand to the back of the mat. You're going to inhale, reach them off the ground. Exhale, bring opposite elbow to opposite knee, and inhale, reach long. And then let's go ahead and do that on the other side. So take your left hand to the top of the mat, your right leg to the back of the mat. Lift it off the ground, bringing opposites together, elbow and knee. Exhale together, inhale, reach. External forces with internal strength. And then we'll come back to the center. Let's just do cat pose. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Anytime we work our spine, we're coming to the center of our body. So we're connecting really with our internal strength, our center. And then we're going to take our right hand to the front of the mat again, our left leg to the back of our mat again. Lift your left leg and your right arm. Bring your right arm all the way around to meet your left leg and open up. External forces with internal strength. And release. And we'll go to the other side. So left hand, right leg, lift. Reach the left arm around, bend the right leg, hold on to the foot with the hand, and open the chest and the leg. Meeting external forces with internal strength. And come back to center. We'll do a few more cat-cows. And then we're going to make our way up to standing for the divine light invocation, because your next card is ceremony. Your next card is ceremony, and we'll be doing the divine light invocation for this because it always feels like a ceremony for this. So for this, you'll have your feet about hip width apart, your knees slightly bent so you can have chi flowing through it and drawing the energy of the earth up through your legs, reaching up through the crown of the head so you're also connected to the sky. You're going to inhale, take your arms up to a 60-degree angle. You're going to take a deep breath in, and you can repeat to yourself, I'm created by divine light. I'm sustained by divine light. I'm protected by divine light. I'm surrounded by divine light. I'm ever growing into divine light. And then you're going to exhale your arms down and around. And imagine showering yourself with a shower of divine light, surrounding yourself with divine light. And then you're going to turn your palms out again. Feeling the energy of the earth, the energy of the heavens. Same thing, you're going to take a deep breath in. Repeat after me. I'm created by divine light. I'm sustained by divine light. I'm protected by divine light. I'm surrounded by divine light. I'm ever growing into divine light. And as you exhale, imagine yourself being surrounded by a shower, a beautiful shower of divine golden light. Okay, so now you can imagine somebody that you want to surround in divine golden light. They could use some extra beautiful light, some extra energy. So you're going to take a deep breath in, sending them this golden light. I'm created by divine light. Or actually, we'll say, may you be created by divine light. May you be sustained by divine light. May you be protected by divine light. May you be surrounded by divine light. May you be sustained by divine light. May you be ever growing into divine light. And exhale and imagine them surrounded by a beautiful shower of golden light. And imagining that light surrounding them. And then we'll just take our hands to our heart center. So you can do that divine light invocation anytime you want to surround yourself and grow into and protect yourself. It's a beautiful light invocation, and you can also share it with others. Okay, so our next card is wisdom. So yoga, we know when we practice yoga, helps us to connect with our wisdom, our inner and outer wisdom, listening to our body, following the wisdom of our body. And so for this pose, we're going to do eagle pose. So we'll just stay standing here. You can stand on your right foot. Actually, lots of ways to do this. First way to do it is just to bring your feet really close together. Sink down, bring your elbows and knees together and squat like this. And that's the first variation of eagle pose. Another way to do it is stand on your right foot, cross your left leg over your right leg. Cross your left leg over your right, bring your left under your right, bring backs of hands together or palms together. You can keep your toes on the ground or pick them up, hold them on the outside of the leg or hook your leg. And then you can go ahead and let this pose out of your body, and we'll build this up on the other side. So again, your choice is to have your feet together, and you're going to sit down and bring your elbows and palms together. So this is a great variation. We're basically in a squat with your elbows and knees together, with your feet really close together. And from here we can build the variations on eagle's pose. So now you can stand on your left foot, cross your right leg over with your toes on the ground. And you can bring your right arm underneath. This time bring the backs of the hands together. Maybe the palms together. You can pick up your foot, take it to the outside of the leg, or you can hook your foot, depending on the flexibility of your hips. Okay, so what I wanted to do after that was to take that wisdom and put the wisdom internally by dropping it down into the third eye with child's pose. So let's come into child's pose now. So we'll take a deep breath in, we'll exhale, fold forward, step back, and just come into child's pose with your palms up and your forehead resting on the ground.
And then you're going to slowly roll up.
Okay, so your next card is the wealth card. And for this card, we're going to do the Lakshmi pose, which I've never taught before. So you may have done it in another class, but this is the first time I've taught it. And we're doing this pose for the wealth card. So the way it works is you're going to keep your left knee bent and your right leg goes out to the side, and you bring your hands into a prayer position at your heart center. Okay, so you'll feel an opening in your groin here on this side. You're on your toes here, and you want to open this knee up. Okay. So we're opening both knees, feeling the stretch in the groin, and lifting the chest, hands at the heart center. So this is for the wealth card. Amethyst is a great stone for spiritual awareness of the preciousness of our human life. We all have a 1 in 400 trillion chance of being alive, of being born. And being born at this time with access to clean water, to any food in the world, to safety, to any kind of information. It's just an amazing time to be alive. There's so much wealth available to us. So keep your spine tall, your heart lifted. And then we're going to switch legs. So this time you'll have your right toes curled under, and you'll be up on your left toes, and you'll be opening up that left knee and staying upright. And it'll be different from side to side. Lift your spine. Spine lifted. And then we're going to slowly release this pose from our bodies, and you're going to go ahead and rest back for Shavasana. Okay, you can continue to rest back here. I'm going to sit up and read you a poem. This poem is called Still Life. It's by Kristen Lee, and it's from my friend Rebecca Lefebvre's Wisdom magazine, the September 2020 edition. I'll put all of that in the show notes too if you want to go check out that magazine, which you definitely should. The life squeezed out of me slowly, yet a colorful skin remained. What would happen if someone added a drop of water? Would the petals fluff up, silky and shiny? Would the stem stand strong once again? Would scents come back? Would the animals and insects of the fields and forests still come for its glory? For too long between the wax paper I laid, surrounded by pages of a favorite book. But books are dark when closed. I couldn't make out the words, the illustrations with nothing left to siphon, as flat as could be. The book opened even though it had been my prison. I now could see its words and pictures. I still loved it. I felt the sun, I felt the wind, I heard the sweet sounds. I may be deflated. It looks a little different this time, but there's still life in me. So go ahead and wiggle and stretch out, and you can let your breath deepen. And bend your knees and roll to your side and slowly make your way up to seated. I want to thank you so much for joining me for this class, Pile 1. Thank you so much for giving this video a thumbs up and for subscribing to the channel and for sharing this class with others to let them know about these pick-a-card classes. And put "There's still life in me" if you'd like to see more pick-a-card classes, and so that I know that you are Pile 1. Thanks so much again for being here. Sending you much love and many blessings from beautiful British Columbia today. Hello Pile 2, welcome to your class. Thank you so much for joining us. Today we're going to start standing with a Qigong inspired flow to protect your energy field. Before we create a protective seal around your field, we're going to clear your energy field so it's nice and shiny clean before we create that protective seal. So let's just start by bouncing and shaking, and just imagine any negative energy, any bad chi flowing down from the top of your head, through your neck, your shoulders, your torso, your arms, your hips, your legs, your knees, your ankles, down through your feet. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth with a ha. And you can imagine it going out like dark gray smoke. And feel your body being cleared. Any stagnation leaving your body. Okay, you're going to take your feet wide on your mat and turn your toes out. First, we're just going to show you what the hands are going to be. So you're going to inhale, you're going to cross your arms over. They're crossing at the heart protector spot. So this creates an energy field of protection around your body. And then at your heart center, you're going to reach your arms out. So you're clearing your heart, and then you're going to exhale, bring your arms down. Okay, so inhale, raising up that field of protection, clearing your heart, and exhale, dropping that energy down into the earth to be composted. So inhale up, exhale, clearing the heart, exhale down. So inhale up, clearing the heart, and exhale, you're going to sink down into Goddess Victory Squat. Inhale up, clear your heart, exhale and sink down. Exhale and down. Inhale up, clear your heart, and exhale, sink down, dropping that energy down and into the earth, anything you want to clear. So we're creating a protective field around us as we're clearing the energy. moving slowly with grace. And one more. And then you're going to place that down and bring your feet in. And we're going to pick up your strap. So you're going to need a strap for this class. And your next card is Achievement. And for this card, we're going to do the pose Hasta Padangusthasana, which is hand to big toe pose standing, which I always think is quite an achievement to do this pose. So for this pose, you're going to take the strap and place it around your big toe. You can always hold onto a wall or a chair. And we'll start just by drawing the knee into the chest. And then with the strap around the ball of the foot, you're going to extend the leg out. And you can use your opposite arm for balance. And we'll take the leg out to the side. And switch hands and cross it over your body. Bring it back to center. And knee to chest. Let's unhook the foot and lower it down. Good job. So I seriously think it's an achievement that I put that pose in a class. You guys can probably tell me how many years it's been since I put that pose in even. Okay, so achievement. Let's do this. Stand on your left foot now. Draw your left leg, your right leg up. Knee to chest pose to begin. And then we'll put the strap around the ball of the foot. Holding onto a wall or a chair, extend the leg out. Leg out to the side. Cross it over your body. And come back to the center. Knee to chest again. And then we can release that down. And you can put your strap off to the side. And that was for the achievement card. We achieved doing that pose. Okay, The next card was release. So we're going to do Uttanasana pose, where we roll down slowly and release our spine one vertebrae at a time. So release. So chin to chest, rolling down through our spine, releasing our spine one vertebra at a time, moving as slowly as you can. Bending your knees. And then you're going to slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Okay, let's do that again. And slowly roll back up. We'll do that one more time. And slowly roll up. Okay, and then just check in and notice how you feel. Notice how your spine feels, if there's more space between the vertebrae of your spine, if you feel more grounded and connected, if you feel like you've released. Okay, your next card is distraction. So this is such a great card, such a fun card. Crows are so clever. In this card, the crows are distracting the dogs from their food so they can eat the dog's food. And in our own lives, we get distracted from our own human values, from our own human goals in so many ways. You know, one of the ways is in our social streams, in our YouTube streams. We get distracted by other people's agendas versus, you know, maybe what we came in there for. Maybe we came in to YouTube to do a yoga video, but we get distracted by cat videos, for example, right? Or cute puppy videos. So it's easy to get distracted from our goals. So in this pose, we're going to focus on distraction. For this one, we're going to do Warrior 3 with eagle's arms. So stand on your left foot, bring your left arm up. Let's actually just bring elbows together for this one. Standing on the left foot, and we're going to tip forward. And then slowly come back up. You're going to keep the hands the same. This time you'll stand on your right foot. There's a crow now, distracting me. Right on cue. And we'll tip forward over the right hip bone. And then you're going to slowly come back up. You can release that down. And we're going to rest back. You're going to lie on your back with your knees bent for your last card and pose. Okay, so you're going to lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, and your card for this pose is air. And for this pose, we're going to do a breath practice called 4-7-8 breath. So all you're going to do for this is you're going to breathe in for a count of 4. You're going to hold for a count of 7. And you're going to exhale for a count of 8. So breathe in 4, hold 7, breathe out 8. And I'll let you do that on your own time. Breathe in 4, pause for 7, breathe out 8. And we'll do that for a while, just to spend some time with our breath and with the air element for the air card. Okay, so just return to breathing normally. Notice how you feel after spending that time with air element and 4-7-8 breath. You can start to wiggle and stretch out. Roll to your side. And make your way up to seated. Thank you so much for joining me for this class, Pile 2. And I would love it if you enjoyed this class and you'd like more pick-a-card classes to give it a thumbs up, to share it with your friends, and to subscribe to this channel. And why don't you put 478 in the comments so that I know that you were a Pile 2. 478, it'll be like Morse code or something. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia, and we'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your class. Most of this class is going to be done seated, so you'll need like a meditation cushion, or I'm sitting on a block or sitting on a chair, whatever is most comfortable for you. So we're going to start with your first card, which is Trickery, and I just love this card. It's a card where the crows are teasing the dogs, and they're just doing this to have fun. The only reason they're just teasing the dogs. They poke their tails with their beaks, and they just do this to have fun. So I'm going to show you a trick. I think this is a great yoga trick. All you're going to do is lower your left ear to your left shoulder and feel the range of motion that you have in your neck. These are called yoga party tricks. And then you're going to come back up to center, and you're going to take your hand and you're going to massage your right ear. So we're doing myofascial release on our right ear to affect the range of motion we have through this side of our neck. You can go around the back of your ear to pull down on your ears, pull up on your ears. And then let's do that again. So you're going to lower your ear to your shoulder. And just notice if you have more range of motion in your neck on this side. So mine felt like it went a good inch further. And then we're going to come back to the center. This time you're going to lower your right ear to your right shoulder and notice how that feels. Feel your range of motion, get a sense of it, and then we're going to do that same myofascial release, this time on your left ear, getting into all the folds. It's a great party trick. Shows that everything is connected. Also just feels really good to massage your ears. And go around the ears. And then take your ear to your shoulder again and notice that there's more range of motion. It's quite a great trick. Okay, that's your first trick. All right. Your second card is Wrath. Your second card is Wrath. And for this one, I was thinking about our shadow side, things that we keep in the shadows that we don't want anybody to know about, that we're afraid for people to know about. And one of the things that I find that I keep in the shadows is I love what I do. I love it so much. But even though I love my work, I still need breaks from my work, right? This is when I feel like when I have work that is my passion, it feels like something in the shadows that I should never need a break from it, right? So a while ago, I shared that I love my work and I need a break from it. And when I brought that out of the shadows, it felt like such a relief to share that yeah, I get burned out too. Even though I love my work, I can love my work and I need a break from it. So there are certain things that maybe we keep in the shadows, but when we bring it into the light, it's no longer in the shadows. So let's do some mini sun salutations for this. So these are super fun. Okay, for mini sun salutations, you'll start on your knees, standing on your knees. You'll inhale, take your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, bring your hands down by your feet. Inhale, peel your spine off your lap, bring your arms overhead. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. So we're illuminating what we were keeping in the shadows. Inhale, reach our hands overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down to your feet. Inhale, peel your spine off your lap, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Do it again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down to your feet. Inhale, peel your spine up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And one more. Great. Okay. The next one, we're going to come back to seated. Your next card is Arcana or Intuition. So the amethyst in this card, and there's so much amethyst in this deck, but it helps us activate our spiritual awareness, opens our intuition, and it enhances our psychic abilities. So for this one, I thought we would do alternate nostril breathing. So you can take your right hand, place your first two fingers on your third eye, and you're going to breathe in through your left nostril. Close your right nostril. Close left, exhale right. Then breathe in right. Close right, exhale left. Breathe in left. Close left, exhale right. Breathe in right. Close right and exhale left. So you can keep going with this at your own pace. And one thing about any kind of breath practice, choose an appropriate edge. So I find people do breath practices really strongly. So try and do them nice and gently, okay? So next time you breathe out through your left nostril, lower your right arm down and just feel the effects of this breath practice for you. The next thing we're going to do from this position is some eye yoga. Your card is illuminate, and I think that the eye yoga is great to illuminate you from the inside out. Eye yoga is great for the vagus nerve. It, from the back of your occipital nerves, it reaches the vagus nerve, and if you do it with your eyes closed, you'll feel the back of your neck. Even if you did it lying down, when you take your eyes up and down, actually just take your fingertips very gently on the occipital ridge at the back and lift your eyes up and down. You'll feel how it corresponds to movement on the back of your head there. So it really works the vagus nerve all the way back and down when we move our eyes. So the vagus nerve helps you to stay centered, calm, resilient, connected to other people, which we need for our survival. So it's a great thing to do. Okay, so when we're doing eye yoga as well, let's also choose an appropriate edge. Our eyes spend a lot of times pointed down at screens, so they're a little out of shape, so to speak, when you start to stretch them. So let's just start by looking up. And then bring them back to the center and close your eyes. And then we'll look up and to the right. Notice how it's affecting your breathing, slowing your breathing down, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your chest, your diaphragm. Notice how it's relaxing your neck. Okay, bring your eyes back to center and close. And then we'll go up to the left corner. And close. And we're going to do circles with our eyes, nice smooth circles, and try and make the circle as smooth as possible. Okay, so we're going to do clockwise circles. Let's do clockwise and then we'll do counterclockwise. So here we go, nice and smooth. And you can go nice and slow too. Keep breathing. If you notice your eyes jumping in a spot, you can go back and kind of smooth out that jumping spot. Okay, let's try and go the other way now. And again, if there's some jumps, you can go back and smooth it out like you're filling in the paint. And then let's come back to center, rub your hands together, close your eyes, create some chi. And place your hands over your eyes. And we're going to go ahead and rest back for Shavasana. So notice how you feel at the end of this class. Continue to rest back here as you receive the class. I'm going to sit up and read you a poem. This poem is called Within You by Justine Beck from Collective Wisdom magazine. Do not forget the light within you, for you have given all things life. You have risen with the sun, danced with the moon. You are more than your feelings swaying in the ocean. Do not forget the light within you, for you have given all things life. You have risen with the sun, danced with the moon. You are more than your feelings swaying in the ocean. So go ahead and wiggle and stretch out. Let your breath deepen. Bend your knees, roll to your side, and slowly make your way up to seated. Thank you so much for joining me for this pick a card class. If you'd like more pick a card classes, give this class a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and put "I'm swaying in the ocean" in the comments so I know that you were pile 3. I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.